Welcome back. With a new year of carnival celebrations comes another year of minibus drivers agitating for a pay increase on the 2 designated days for the festivities. The PRO of one minibus association is saying a pay increase is only fair as their routes are more extensive come Carnival Monday and Tuesday. Minibus operators plying the northern route of the island, namely the Castries-Grosley route, are in a tailspin. The operators say they feel as though they have been driving around in circles with an issue which has spanned over many years concerning the carnival routes and bus fares. Thomas St. Louis, who is the public relations officer of the Grosley Minibus Owners Association, said the problems are as plain as day. However, they are yet to be addressed.
It's been years. Every time carnival is round the corner, we have the same problem. And we, the association, have written to the ministry on several occasions, and even the carnival committee, stating our concerns, but for some reason it falls on deaf ears. What has been happening to the operators, you find when there is carnival, we have to pass the back road, which again create some bit of inconvenience to the drivers in terms of the gas, the extra mileage they have to do. It's about 7 more miles we have to incorporate on our journey. And I want the people to understand, it's not like we complaining, but it's a reality. When who knows it, feels it.
St. Louis broke down the fare structure to illustrate his point. He said this has been explained to the powers that be, yet their plight has fallen on deaf ears.
You find you would pick up a person from Grosley, Bardouage, you take them to Castries, the fare is $1.75. Okay? You pick up a person on that same journey, Balata, into Castries, which is maybe less than 3 miles, okay? The fare is $2. So there you see where Grosley is actually running at a loss. And we have complained about that. Up to this day, we have not heard anything from the ministry. We have not heard anything from the carnival committee. And look, there are changes to the route and nobody have consulted us and tell us the way forward.
The PRO called on the powers that be to come together and to meet with the members of the association to pave a way forward which is amicable for all involved.
So what I'm saying is that I think when it comes to events like that, especially carnival, I think all the stakeholders should come around, you know, and kind of iron out, you know, the way forward. Because I mean, this was a norm before. You find on carnival, you would always have meeting with NEMO, would have meetings with the carnival committee, the Ministry of Transport, and would come to some form of solution. But this is out the window. So what I'm saying, when it comes to carnival, I want the general public to understand, don't blame the operators if we are providing a skeleton service. Because most drivers is really running at a loss. It's not profitable. You understand? And it's also dangerous, if you ask me, because to go that back road there, which those drivers are not used to, you know, to go down that kind of road there, it's dangerous, because we have had in the past incidents where buses drain and run off the road and a lot of incidents. So, you know, I think we could come better at that as a society. I love carnival, I'll be taking part in carnival, but at the end of the day, the operators are complaining now for years and it's been falling on their heads. We want those situations addressed.
St. Louis said the government has the power to call for a fare increase on Carnival Monday and Tuesday. He said solutions including a token system or a fuel reduction system would be gladly accepted. Reporting for Hot 7 News, I'm Rochelle Gonzalez. The SAB playing field has been transformed into Carnival City. The venue located at VG is usually home to dedicated athletes and sports enthusiasts. Many have argued that the hosting of entertainment events will lead to a deterioration of the grounds for the sports lovers. However, the folks at Event St. Lucia say that it is not the case, since the utmost care is taken when setting up for events. More from Solange Alfred.
Carnival City on the SAB at VG will be home to many of the major carnival events during the season. While organizers are putting the finishing touches on the venue, inclusive of tents, stages, small structures, etc., the worried minds of sports goers are churning. The argument is that the playing field at the SAB may be ruined due to stakes being driven into the ground as part of the venue setup, thus weighing heavy on the sporting community. However, Marketing and Sponsorship Officer of Event St. Lucia, Layla Williams, said over the many years of using the venue, it has been kept in pristine condition. She said even after major events, the grounds have remained unspoiled for the continued use by members of the sporting fraternity.
Persons on the outside who probably don't have knowledge or the intimate knowledge of what goes on here would probably think that this is what it is. However, the grounds are prepared superbly. We have no stakes going into the ground. Any structure that we put, if you would notice, is flat, so it's just sitting on top of the surface. If there is any damage whatsoever, it may just be at the entrance gates for the props and the bands and so coming in, because there's heavy traffic there. But in terms of the general area, the general plain area, there isn't any damage to the surface area.
She insisted, moving into the third year of usage of the grounds, Events St. Lucia remains mindful of the dual capacity of the venue and continues to use the area in a manner which is cognizant of the fact that the sporting community uses the grounds as well.
It's unfortunate that sometimes people don't have the background knowledge, and just looking at something, they may presume that this is what is going to occur. But I can say definitely no, this is not the case in terms of us damaging the field. This is going to be the third year that we're doing it, and I can assure you, if from the very first time we had damaged the field, we would not be here again today. We would not, because at the end of the day, the sports people are important, and I am positive that the management committee of the SAB has that at the forefront of their mind, and would not allow an entity, whether we are a national entity or not, would not allow an entity to come in and damage the playing surface year after year after year. So this is not the case.
Meanwhile, the first of the events to be held at Carnival City on the SAB include Groovy and Power Soca Mona competition on Saturday 6th July. Next in line, Thursday 11th July, for the free showing of King and Queen of the band. And Williams said one more surprise event to be held on Sunday the 13th at Carnival City is to be announced. Reporting for Hot 7 News, I am Solange Alfred.
The St. Lucia Tourism Authority has announced that it is proud to be associated with the second annual Mercury Fest, slated for July 20th, 2019. The ultimate beach party produced by Epic Events is one of the most anticipated highlights of the summer. Jamaican reggae and dancehall artists Wayne Wonder and Cranium will headline the event, along with local performances by Dennery segment megastars Black Boy, Kuya and Oompa. A Caribbean cultural mix of music will be infused by top DJs from St. Lucia, Guadeloupe, Martinique, Trinidad and Tobago and St. Martin. The event has piqued the interest of numerous visitors and owners of vessels with Mercury-installed engines, especially from the Caribbean market, who will drop anchor at the Pigeon Island beach to be part of the party. This year, the event promises lots of excitement with numerous additions, including cabanas on the water, an expanded foam pit with beach toys, and a bikini boxing gym. Tourism Minister Dominic Fede said Mercury Fest is proving to be an ultimate experience that has exposed its true potential as a major visitor attraction, with hoteliers, taxis and tour operators, as well as vendors who directly benefit from the economic activity of this event. Eagerly awaiting its staging, we anticipate that this mega event will continue to progress as a global attraction, placing even more spotlight on St. Lucia as the event's capital of the Caribbean. Reporting for Hot 7 News, I'm Rochelle Gonzalez. It is now time for the sports news with tennis in Glasgow.